An OpenAI investigator received this text message on their personal phone. It almost fooled them. And they're the experts. If someone whose entire job is catching AI scams can almost fall for one, what chance do you have? What chance does your mum have? Your grandmother? Your teenage daughter? The answer is not much, and it's about to get a whole lot worse. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the real AI scams that are stealing millions right now, the documented cases, the actual victims, the exact tactics, and then I'm going to show you what's coming next. The scenarios that keep security experts awake at night. Because this isn't a warning about the future. This is happening right now. Today. While you're watching this video, someone is losing their life savings to an AI scam. Let me show you how. In October 2025, OpenAI published something remarkable. Their Threat Intelligence Report. A document that pulls back the curtain on AI scams happening right now. And here's what they found. ChatGPT is being used to identify scams about 3 times more often than it's being used to create scams. That sounds like good news, right? AI catching more scams than creating them. Except, here's what that actually means. It means millions of people are falling for scams every single month. Enough that 3 times that many people are desperately pasting suspicious messages into ChatGPT asking, is this a scam? And those are just the ones who are suspicious enough to check. How many never even question it? OpenAI has disrupted scam operations in Cambodia, Myanmar, and Nigeria. These aren't lone scammers working from their bedroom. These are organized crime operations. Scam factories with hundreds of workers. And here's the terrifying part. These operations are just the ones OpenAI caught, the ones clumsy enough to get detected. How many more are out there, sophisticated enough to fly under the radar? According to the FBI, romance and investment scams alone, what they call pig butchering scams, are stealing $3.3 billion annually. Billion, with a B, and that's just one category of scam. But statistics don't show you the real horror. Let me show you what these scams actually look like. Case number 1, the Cambodia investment scam. Remember that text message I showed you at the beginning? The one sent to the OpenAI investigator's personal phone. It said, "Hi, I'm a recruiter for TikTok. You've been selected for remote work opportunities. Click here to learn more." Simple, professional, personalized enough to seem real. Here's what was actually happening. A scam center in Cambodia was using ChatGPT to generate thousands of these messages. Different variations, different companies, different job titles, testing which ones got responses. If you responded, you'd be invited to a WhatsApp group. And this is where it gets sophisticated. That WhatsApp group had about 6 or 7 different accounts, all appearing to be different people. An investment expert, a few experienced traders, some nervous beginners, all having what looked like natural conversations about trading and investing. Every single one of those accounts was the scammer. Every conversation was pre-written, generated by AI in a single block, translated from Chinese to English to appear authentic. You're watching this conversation happen in real time. People asking questions, the expert answering, other traders sharing their wins. It all looks spontaneous, natural, real. It's completely fake, a performance, theater, and you're the only real person in the room. Eventually, the expert suggests you try investing too. Start small, just $50, see how it works. And it does work. Your $50 becomes $75, then you put in $200, that becomes $350. Now you're hooked. You put in $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. You're watching it grow on their fake trading platform, and then you try to withdraw it. That's when you discover the platform was fake. The people were fake, the profits were fake, and your money is gone. OpenAI caught this operation, disrupted it. But how many more just like it are running right now? Case number 2, the $25 million video call. A finance worker at a multinational corporation gets a message. The CFO needs to discuss an urgent acquisition, confidential, time-sensitive. Join this video call. The worker joins the call. There's the CFO, there's the CEO, there's the legal team. Everyone's on camera, everyone looks normal, everyone sounds normal. The CFO explains the acquisition. Needs an immediate wire transfer. $25 million. Everything checks out. Everyone on the call confirms it's legitimate. The worker initiates the transfer. Every single person on that video call was an AI-generated deepfake. The CFO, the CEO, the legal team, all of them. Real-time deepfakes, responding to questions, maintaining consistent characters. $25 million gone in a single video call, and this was February 2024. The technology has only gotten better since then. Cheaper, more accessible, more convincing. Case number 3. The voice on the phone. You book a hotel through booking.com. A few hours later, your phone rings. It's booking.com customer support. You recognize the voice. Professional, calm, exactly like the automated messages you've heard before. There's a problem with your payment, they say. They need to verify your credit card details. Quick, easy, standard procedure. You read them your card number, the CVV, the expiration date. That wasn't booking.com. That was AI voice cloning technology that can perfectly replicate any voice from just a few seconds of audio. The scammers recorded booking.com's support calls, fed them into an AI, generated a perfect clone, and called you. Your credit card is now being drained, and you gave them the information yourself. Case number 4, the scam factory. OpenAI disrupted a scam operation in Myanmar, but this wasn't just a scam operation, it was a factory, a compound where hundreds of workers, many of them trafficked, were forced to run scams 24/7. And they were using ChatGPT for everything. Not just to generate scam messages, they used it to organize their schedules, to draft internal announcements, to assign desk and dormitory allocations, to manage their financial accounts. OpenAI's report includes something darkly ironic. The scammers were asking ChatGPT about the criminal penalties for people caught conducting online scams. They knew what they were doing was illegal. They knew the penalties, and they kept doing it anyway, because it was working, because people were falling for it, because AI made it so easy. These weren't individuals making bad choices. This was organized crime, industrial-scale fraud, with AI making it more efficient than ever before. Case number 5, the one that almost worked. Let's go back to that OpenAI investigator, the one who received the TikTok recruiter message at the beginning of this video. They knew immediately something was suspicious. This is their job. They're trained for this. They spend all day, every day, studying these scams. And even then, for just a second, they had to think about it, check details, verify it was fake, because it was that good. The language was perfect, the timing was plausible, the offer was enticing but not unbelievable. It hit every psychological trigger: urgency, exclusivity, opportunity. If it could fool them, even for a moment, what happens when your mum gets that message? Your grandmother, your teenager? These cases I've shown you, every single one is real, documented, confirmed. These aren't hypotheticals or worst-case scenarios. This is happening, right now, to real people, but it's about to get so much worse. Because everything I've shown you so far, that's just the beginning. Let me show you what's coming. Scenario 1. Your phone rings. It's your grandson. You recognize his voice immediately. He sounds scared, panicked. Grandma, I'm in trouble. I was in a car accident. I'm okay, but the other driver is hurt. The police say I might be arrested. I need bail money, $5,000. But don't tell Mum and Dad yet. They'll be so disappointed. Can you wire it to this account? Please, Grandma. I'm scared. It's his voice. It's his way of talking. He knows family details. He mentions your dog by name, remembers that vacation in Florida. You wire the money because it's your grandson. You'd recognize his voice anywhere, except the scammer found his TikTok account, downloaded 30 seconds of video, fed it into an AI voice cloner, generated a perfect replica, scraped his Instagram for family details, Facebook for the dog's name, old posts about the Florida vacation. Your grandson is fine, at school. His phone is in his locker. He has no idea you just lost $5,000 trying to save him. Scenario 2. You get an urgent meeting invite from your CEO. Video call. Now. marked confidential. You join the call. There's your CEO. You can see them clearly. They're in their office. You recognize the bookshelf behind them, the company photo on the wall. We're acquiring a competitor, they say. Completely confidential. Board approved it this morning. We need to wire the first payment today or we lose the deal. 100,000 to this account. I need you to process it immediately. If this leaks, the acquisition falls through. They're using company terminology. They mention the CFO by name. They reference last quarter's earnings. Everything checks out. You initiate the transfer. That wasn't your CEO. That was a real-time deepfake. The scammer scraped the company website for photos, watched investor call videos for voice samples, researched the company's recent performance, generated a perfect replica, and you just sent $100,000 to criminals. Scenario 3, you meet someone online. They're attractive, interesting. You have so much in common. You talk for months, video calls every week. They look real, sound real. You're falling in love. 6 months in, they mention an investment opportunity. I've made so much money, they say. Let me help you get started. Just $500 to begin. You invest. It grows. You invest more. It keeps growing. You put in your savings. 10,000, 20,000. Your retirement fund. Let's meet in person, you say. I'm booking a flight. They ghost you. The investment platform goes offline. The profile vanishes. That person never existed. Every video call was an AI-generated face. Real-time, responsive, learning your interest from your conversations, adapting their personality to match yours perfectly. 6 months of your life, all your savings, and you were in love with code. Scenario 4. You receive an email from a colleague. It references a project you're working on, mentions a conversation you had last week, includes a link to the updated proposal. The writing style matches your colleague perfectly. The signature is correct. The details are accurate. You click the link. AI scraped your LinkedIn, your company website, your public Slack messages, if your company has them. It built a profile of how you communicate, who you work with, what projects you're on. It generated a perfectly personalized phishing email, impossible to distinguish from the real thing. Your company's network is now compromised, and it's your fault. Every scenario I just showed you, possible today, with technology that exists right now. Voice cloning needs 3 seconds of audio. Real-time deepfakes exist. AI can generate perfect text in any style. Data scraping is trivial. Social media gives scammers everything they need. The cases I showed you in the first half weren't historical artifacts. They happened this year. Some happened last month. And the technology is getting better, cheaper, more accessible every single day. But here's what you need to understand. This isn't a video to scare you. Well, okay, it's a little bit to scare you. But more importantly, it's to prepare you. Because knowledge is your best defense. Understanding how these scams work, seeing the real cases, knowing what's possible, that's what protects you. The scammers are counting on you not knowing this. They're counting on you thinking, that would never happen to me. I'm too smart. I'd recognize a scam. But the OpenAI investigator, whose job is literally catching these scams, almost fell for one. Smart people fall for these every single day. Because they're sophisticated. Because they're personalized. Because they exploit fundamental human psychology. But there's good news. And this is important. These scams follow patterns. They have tells. There are questions you can ask that break them every single time. There are protocols you can follow that make you effectively unscammable. In the next video in this series, I'm going to show you exactly how these scams work. The playbook, the psychology, the technology, the vulnerabilities they exploit. And then in the final video, I'm going to give you the protection playbook. The 5 questions that break any AI scam. The technical steps to protect yourself. What to do if you're targeted. How to protect vulnerable family members. But right now, I need you to do something. Share this video. Not with me, not with your tech-savvy friends. Share it with the people in your life who are vulnerable. Your parents, your grandparents, your teenagers who think they're too smart to fall for scams. Because the scammers are already targeting them right now. While you're watching this, someone is generating a message with your grandmother's name on it, testing which psychological trigger works on your teenager. The best time to protect the people you love was yesterday. The second best time is right now. In the description below, I've included links to report scams, resources for victims, and a downloadable guide you can print and give to elderly family members. These scams are real. They're happening now. They're getting worse. But you now know more than 99% of potential victims. Use that knowledge. Share it. Protect yourself and the people you love. Because the scammers, they're not going to stop. But neither are we.